Ecomobl walker. It is such a weird combination of some cheap generic parts with some premium parts. A board that kind of looks big, but it actually isn't. So let's jump right into it and let's take a closer look. So as you can see, they use this kind of like wooden materials. This is very nice, it's beautiful. Usually, most commonly used for bigger 80 boards, but here, this is a standard longboard. As a matter of fact, I think it's even a little bit shorter than a standard longboard. I mean, most electric skateboard longboards. It is actually quite comfortable to ride. We have these flares here, which is very subtle. We have these concaves, very easy to put your feet, and knowing where your feet are at all times. So it gives you some great feedback, keep your feet in place. And when you turn it around, here's when we start seeing some of these more generic parts like this, very cheap charging port cover. The screws are kind of like very long. It looks like they're not even made for this electric skateboard. Some of they're like actual zip ties here. But the cable, for example, is actually very good. So it's like a combination. So we have a very good cable with a zip tie. We have a plastic cheap cover port for the charging, but then we have lights. We have full LED lights, so ambient lights, and we have headlamps. Look at that. And we also have 105mm wheels. Even so, it is a hub motor. So yeah, it is a rather confusing board. Also, another thing that I noticed is the deck looks very robust. So it is something that will last you for a long time. When it comes to the overall look of the board, I leave it up to you to decide if something you like or not. I think like a few years ago, I would have loved this design. Nowadays, I've seen so many of these honeycomb designs that, I don't know, there's just too many of them. This one in particular is not the best. I don't like so much the design here in the center, but it's not a bad looking board by any means. It kind of looks nice. There is also a bit of a drop down. Like you can barely see it. We have relatively small trucks. I mean, coming from Ecomobl, they have like the biggest trucks I've ever seen on any electric skateboard. These are very small. But I guess I'm gonna have to go ride it a little bit more and tell you how it feels like. Come on, let's go. A quick pit stop for coffee. And before I forget, I want to mention, in the theme of cheap and generic and premium, well, we do have a cheap generic charger that fully charges the battery in somewhere around 4 hours, but we do have a very premium remote control. Now, it kind of looks like a gun, it's very cool, but what's most important is it is very comfortable. We do have the wheel on top, we do have 3 buttons here, but what makes this super premium is that we do have a full color display that changes color every time you change your gear. And we have a lot of information here on the screen as well. It is actually really nice. The direct visibility under sunlight, not great. I mean, if there is direct light hitting the screen directly, you can still see it, but there is not too much contrast, I guess. But overall, it feels really good. Like I say, this is more of a premium remote control on a board that is very affordable. Even so it is a longboard with a decent sized battery, this is not too heavy. I mean, I can carry it from the front track as I'm going upstairs easily. And I did mention before, this is a very affordable board. So you might be guessing how much? $449. That's not all. with the link in the description down below and the discount code GABY. Just check in the description down below for both discount code and the link. You actually get a little bit of discount. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's $10 off. So you can get this board for $439. I'm trying to talk here while at the same time trying not to crash. But yeah, it is very affordable. There's a very steep hill here. Well, it's not a hill, but you're gonna be able to test the hill climbing here on this pedestrian bridge. And I can tell you right away, I am full speed now on 4th gear. Not very fast. I guess if you live in an area with a lot of hills, maybe not your board. Especially if you're like me, I'm very heavy. With the backpack on and 100 kilograms. That is 220 pounds for the people in America. Here we go, another hill climb. I think if I take the hill climb with a little bit of speed before I start, it would have been a lot easier, but I'm starting from a still point. Like, and it's just completely still and then going forward. I mean, it's still going up, but yeah, not much speed on there. Another little hill here. Hey, I guess it's doing okay. So as you can see, I'm right now riding on tiles on the sidewalk, and the 105mm wheels, they're doing a very good job of absorbing some of the vibrations, so you don't feel it as much on your leg or on your feet. I can go in on this very crazy tile. Let me show you that. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel good by any means, but it's not as bad as the PU wheels, that they're, well, much harsher. I'm in 4th gear and level 4 braking, which is the highest, and I'm gonna just slam the accelerator. And you can see how it takes a little slowly, and once you pick up the speed, it's okay. That's because of the hub motors. It's understandable. And then you start picking speed really fast. Like now, I'm going, 27 miles per hour. That's fast. So you pick up the speed really fast. It's just that at the beginning, it goes very smoothly. So I'm gonna go at 20. Let me find a good place. Okay, I'm gonna hit 20 and slam the brakes. Okay, brake. I mean, that is like, I don't know, 8 meters? Not the best brakes, but they're not bad either. And like I say, for beginners, having very smooth brakes is probably a good idea, so you don't fly over your board. I think it's okay. When it comes to the trucks, I'm happy to report carving is awesome on this board. Yeah, it feels really good, very intuitive, nice rebound. Also, turning is pretty good. I mean, I have good turning ratio. I'm gonna wait for that bike to pass, but the turning ratio is really good. And the other good thing is, like, usually boards that have such a great turning ratio and carvability, they're not very stable at high speed, but this one is. It's actually quite good at high speed. Let's hit some high speed. There's a lot of people and obstacles here, but here we go. It is very stable. Well done, Ecomobl. Well done. I guess when someone is trying to buy a board that is very affordable, maybe you don't have too much money, but you're watching this review is because you want to find out, is this board good enough? I would say a quick yes, but let's dive deeper into that. So let's summarize what we have here. We have a board that looks big, but it's not. A board that has some premium parts and lights, something that you will never get on a board of this price. And we have also a premium remote. When it comes to the quality, well, it's hard for me to tell. I will have to ride it for long periods of time for see how this board performs after a while. But I gotta say, I ride Ecomobl boards before. I have quite a few of them, and they're actually pretty strong. And it is actually a brand that is extremely popular here in China. Many people ride them, and it is a brand also that specializes on big mountain and AT boards. So they know how to make boards that are very strong and last long time. I hope that answers some of your question. When it comes to performance, this is not a board for adrenaline seekers. It's not that exciting. I mean, it goes. I mean, once you hit top speed, you get to 45 kilometers per hour, which is really not bad. But that acceleration, especially at the beginner, at the beginning, start very slowly and then it pick up speed later on. The brakes definitely need to improve a little bit. I mean, it's not bad. The board in general is not for racing, so you don't expect to have very strong brakes either. The ESC overall, it handles everything very smoothly, which is something that I appreciate and most beginners will also appreciate. But yeah, overall, it is a good board. I mean, we have Type-C ports, something that very affordable boards don't even have, a very premium remote. And I think the highlight on this board, for me particularly as an experienced rider, besides the remote, is the carvability. The tracks are really good. I mean, it carves so nicely, turns nicely, stable. That's something that I can really appreciate on an affordable electric scale. Okay, I think that is it for me. I mean, if you have any question, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget there is a link in the description with a significant discount. Yeah, if you have enjoyed this review, give it a like. Click that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios, amigos.